A closer look at President Vladimir Putin, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and his inner circle, and the evidence that he could be one of the richest men in the world. Foreign correspondent James Long is in Moscow with that story. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. Vladimir Putin is meeting his Security Council again today as the world wonders just what it's going to take to get him to change course. Well, we are taking a closer look inside the private world of a famously secretive leader.
This morning, as the West tries to squeeze Vladimir Putin, sanctioning those closest to him, attention is turning to his inner circle and their money, shrouded in secrecy. And Putin is thought to be one of the richest men in the world, but proof is hard to find on paper, while the Kremlin claims he makes around $140,000 a year. Experts believe he's worth billions and say that his real wealth is hidden in the accounts and assets of his oligarchs.
He's smart enough not to store money in his name. How does it work? Through his friends who pretend to call themselves businessmen or oligarchs, only that they're just Putin's wallets. It is mafia.
Leonid Volkov works with Russian dissident Alexei Navalny to expose corruption. Their video showing Putin's palace, an enormous property they say belongs to Putin but isn't registered under his name, getting more than 122 million views.
There are 20-something palaces in Russia. So this palace on the Black Sea, probably one of the largest palaces in the world.
Navalny's group publishing hundreds of photos of what they claim is inside. A theatre, opulent bedrooms, even an ice rink. The cost believed to be around $1.4 billion. Navalny, who was poisoned in 2020 and is now imprisoned awaiting trial, called this palace the world's largest bribe. And it's not just Putin's wealth that's a mystery. His family also hidden from the public eye. The Russian president was married to a former flight attendant, Vladimir Putin, for 30 years before divorcing in 2013. He described their roles to Barbara Walters in 2001.
America's first ladies play a certain public role. Does your wife play a public role here in your country?
Our traditions are a little bit different from the American ones. My wife does not seek any public positions. In fact, I was elected president, not her.
Walters also asking about the way his wife saw him.
You described yourself as calm, yes, intense. Your wife called you intense.
Well, she should be the judge of that. I think it is no point arguing with a woman.
They reportedly share two daughters, who Putin has never publicly identified. Maria, a genetic scientist, and Katerina, an academic, whose passions include performing in acrobatic rock and roll competitions. Putin has rarely spoken about them.
He's very, very deeply rooted in this KGB culture of making everything secret. He's a paranoid old terrorist who poisoned and tried to kill my friend, who poisoned and killed many other people, and who now started a war against our neighboring country just for no reason at all.
And there are more concerns about the kind of Russia this country is going to become. Tomorrow, the parliament here will debate a law about what they're calling fake news. That will further target media in Russia who are seeking to give a balanced view of what is really happening in Ukraine. Very worrying, George.
They are. And James, Putin and his fellow oligarchs are really under some real financial pressure at this point. One of the richest men in the United Kingdom is going to sell that world-famous Chelsea soccer club.
Yeah, that's right, George. Even oligarchs who are not facing sanctions right now are feeling the heat. Roman Abramovich, he owns Chelsea, one of the most famous soccer clubs in the world, and home, of course, to American superstar Christian Pulisic. Now, some lawmakers in the UK have suggested Abramovich be sanctioned and even possibly have the team seized as an asset. He strenuously denies any ties to Putin, but he's now racing to sell the team. He says it's for the best interest of the club to stay operational. He's trying to sell it for more than $2 billion, and he claims he'll donate the profits to the victims of war. George.
James Longman, thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.